These are the best Forex brokers in Argentina in 2024. I'm Noam.
And I'm Justin. We've been comparing Forex brokers for over a decade now, and we've been looking at the latest CFD and Forex trends.
In this video, we're going to uncover the very best Forex brokers in the Argentinian market in 2024. All right, Justin, Argentina 2024. We've done a lot of these country-specific comparisons. Obviously, the OG was the Australian comparison. We started when we were back with .com.au, back in the early days of Compare Forex Brokers. We looked very closely at the Argentinian market in 2024 and came up with a top 5 or top 6. In this video, I think we'll just concentrate on like the top 3 traders in the country, is that right?
The top 3 brokers, we're going to focus on regulated brokers. That's really important. Each one of these brokers has a T1 regulation in a district such as the UK, Australia, US, so you can trust each of these brokers, and really what we've tried to do is look at factors such as spreads to determine which broker is the best for your market.
All right, so let's jump into it. Who did we name as the very best Forex broker in Argentina in 2024?
So Pepperstone in 2024 is clearly the best broker. There's quite a few reasons. First of all, I discussed before regulation. So Pepperstone is one of the most trusted brokers in the world. They're regulated in areas such as Australia, in Germany, in the UK. So really all the places that have the strictest regulatory environments, Pepperstone is regulated. So any trader in Argentina can get on board with one of these T1 regulated areas, and that really gives you peace of mind. The second reason really comes down to the actual trading fees. So they have something called a raw account. A raw account has spreads and a commission, and they are really competitive when it comes to these spreads. So look, trading fees is critical. It eats into your trading profit and loss, one of the biggest factors. So you've got to look at that. Pepperstone's really good for this raw trading account. Another reason is the execution speed. So what we did is we looked at all the speeds of the trading platforms. If you've got a slow trading environment, that causes something called slippage, which can really hurt, once again, your trading experience. Pepperstone was one of the fastest. We tested this over 2 30-year periods. So, and the final point I'm going to make here, and there could be a few more, really comes down to the actual trading platform. So they offer the most popular one, which is MetaTrader 4. They offer the best for CFDs, MetaTrader 5. TradingView, C-Trade, they've got their own app. It really comes down to your choice. So if you're looking for the flexibility based on your requirements, Pepperstone has that. They got little trading fees and they can be trusted.
Okay, so that's number 1, Pepperstone, no surprises there. Number 2 is IC Markets. IC Markets is obviously a broker we've been working with for a very, very long time. I think they're the most, I think they've got the most reviews on Trustpilot of any Forex broker in the world. So they really are a household name. They've been around for a long time. But why do we pick IC Markets at number 2 in Argentina?
Yeah, so like Pepperstone, as Noam said, they've got a global reach. They are regulated in most districts across the world. Now, I discussed with you this important factor, which is trading fees. So Pepperstone has the lowest trading fees for a raw account. That's when you have a spreads and a commission. Now, if you're looking for a spread only account, it's also called a no commission account. A lot of people like these because it's very easy to track your profit and loss trade by trade over time. Well, then IC Markets is the best broker. So we measured all the standard accounts of every broker that Argentinian traders can choose from, and by far IC Markets was the lowest. So it's very similar to Pepperstone. There's a few negatives, such as it's not as fast when it came to execution speeds. The customer service was not quite as responsive when we opened accounts and traded with them, but still they're a very good broker. And if I was opening a standard account, to be honest, I wouldn't go with Pepperstone. I would be going with IC Markets. So it really comes down to the trader's preference. Raw account, Pepperstone. Standard account, IC Markets.
Okay, so that's Pepperstone at number 1, IC Markets at number 2. Number 3, we know for a fact that that crypto trading in South America, particularly in Argentina, is really, really popular. And at number 3, we had Eightcap. I've kind of let the viewers in on a bit of a secret why, but do you want to tell the viewers why we have Eightcap at number 3 in Argentina?
Okay, so this is a Forex broker comparison. So obviously you're thinking about currencies, but the truth is that most people that trade with a Forex broker would trade a lot more than just currencies. They'll trade shares as a CFD, they'll trade commodities, and what Norm says is crypto. So really what Eightcap has really done well is they are offering all the markets, especially crypto. They're offering not just your Bitcoin, Ethereum, etc. They're offering the more exotics. And what they're doing is they're offering it in a great trading environment with really low fees. Because that's part of the problem, is that most brokers offer things such as share trading, but the fees are too high. Whereas Eightcap said, look, we're going to be competitive when it comes to currency, but we're also going to be super competitive when it comes to all these exotics that you can trade. So when we're saying trading in crypto, it's important that what we're saying is we're saying trading the CFDs of crypto. So that way you can get leverage on its movement. So if Bitcoin, for example, moves, you could be offered 10-to-1 leverage, which means that if Bitcoin moves by 5%, you're really seeing a movement of 50%. So crypto is a lot more volatile than currencies, of course. So leverage is a bit lower, but you can make much higher profit and losses based on its movement. So if you're looking to trade short-term crypto movements, I wouldn't be buying and selling crypto. It's too clunky, it's too expensive. I will be trading CFDs. It really comes down to your preference, but if you're looking for these exotics, Eightcap's a clear winner based on the range that they offer and based on the fees when it comes to this CFD range.
Okay. All right, guys, let's just summarize this for you back at home. So at number 3, we had Eightcap. This is the 3rd best broker in Argentina in 2024 is Eightcap, and that's mainly for their crypto offering, as Justin just mentioned.
Yeah, if you're looking to trade more than Forex, go with Eightcap.
Okay. At number 2, we had IC Markets, household name, but in Argentina, they clearly are the broker with the lowest spreads.
The lowest spreads for a standard account, the no commission account. That's where, if you look in our website, look at our methodology, we tested over 2 30-hour periods, and what we found is that IC Markets was clearly the lowest in both testing periods. So they do have the lowest standard account spreads of any broker.
And the number 1 overall best Forex broker in Argentina in 2024 was Pepperstone. In a sentence, why?
I'm not going to give a sentence, I'm going to give reasons. I'm going to say the regulation and trust, the spreads on the raw account, not the standard account. That's the account that the more experienced traders use. It's a trading platform, the customer experience, and the range of markets. So it's an all-round great that we named them as the 2024 overall best Forex broker for the 3rd year running. They really are a good unit made by traders for traders. That's why we're strongly endorsing Pepperstone.
All right, guys, there you have it. That's our top 3 list of the best Forex brokers in Argentina in 2024. If you like this video, please don't hesitate to like, share, and subscribe. And as we mention all the time, feel free to let us know in the comment section down below if there are any other videos you'd like us to create for you. We haven't really focused too much on the Argentinian market, but if there are brokers or ideas or things that you would like us to kind of create for you to help you on your trading journey, please let us know in the comment section down below. Thanks for watching, guys.
Thank you.